Hey everyone, in today's video I want to give you a quick few tips about how to go about teaching adults in their first lesson. Now adults are really different to teaching children, so if you've done a lot of the teaching of children, particularly under the age of let's say 12, then that's a completely different approach to the approach you'll use with adults. So what I've done is put together what I call a first adult lesson checklist. Looks a little bit like this. Got a bit of a workflow on that side, and then on the back I've got a whole lot of do's and don'ts which I really recommend you take notice of. So in my first step with a new adult student is of course finding out about them, asking questions. Building rapport is incredibly important, but then allow them the chance to play something that they'd like. Most often, piano students coming to lessons in their adult years will have had some experience of trying to play some kind of music. So let them go and play. It might be something that they did when they were a child. It could be something that they've been working on off YouTube. Whatever it is, let them play. And then what I recommend you doing is explore that with them. Play along with them. Can you give them just a few tips about how they could improve what they're trying to play, without even worrying about the score or the technique or anything like that? Don't worry about that at this stage. Just connect with them, engage with them in music. That's most important. Now, some adults will come to lessons and they'll be quite shy. They won't want to play anything at all. And that's a great opportunity to then say to them, well, what would you like to be able to play? What's your ultimate piece? And go and find that piece on YouTube. If you're not familiar with what it is, maybe they really like video games and it's quite an unusual video game piece of music. Maybe it's a piece of classical music that you know quite well. Then engage with them again with it. If you know the piece of music, demonstrate a little bit for them. Get them inspired by it. If it's not a piece of music you're familiar with, jump on YouTube, search for it and have a look for it together. And what I recommend you do then is see if you can teach them just a fragment of it. A lot of adults will come wanting to play maybe something simple like being able to sing Hey Jude, don't make it by, whatever the next chord is. And they may just want to be able to play something simple, sing along. You want in that first lesson not only to build rapport, get a great connection with them, but also leave them with something that they can take away. So if they really want to play, I don't know, something from, maybe it's just for release, and I know piano teachers cringe when they have to teach that. But if it's just that, then teach them a really simple way of playing that, just the opening or some part of it. And don't worry too much at this stage about the technique that they're using. It really doesn't matter. You can work on that at a later stage. So I've called that in the workflow here, give them a quick win. It's so important to get them energized and keep them wanting more. So then I've said work together on some achievable goals for the next month or the next quarter. So try and set some goals past just what do you need to do by next week. See if you can give them some goals by the end of the first month, your first 3 months, maybe 6 months. What would you really like to be able to do? And work with them on trying to set up some kind of goal. And then give them something to play at home. So it could be working on that piece. You've given them a little bit of a taste of something. Maybe you've given them a taste of chords with my 4-chord composing work. Maybe you've just given them a little melody to play. Maybe it's a singing exercise. Whatever it is, give them something to do. And you could call it practice, but I'd actually discourage you to do that. I would say ask them to go and play this. Go explore this. Go and listen to this music. Go and use all the different sounds that are on the beautiful new digital piano that you've bought yourself for these lessons. Whatever it is, give them something that they can take away and do. And then, of course, wrapping up the lesson, make sure that they know how much fun you've had and how much you're looking forward to seeing them in the next lesson. And just on practice, when it comes to first lessons with any student, I've really taken a different approach to practice. If they come back and they haven't done a whole lot of work since I saw them the first time, it's not a big issue for me. It really isn't. You can build up a practice ability over time. What you really want to do, what the most important thing is for any student that's beginning piano lessons, is that you help them move it into their top 1, 2, or 3 activities that they do in the week, so that they make sure that they prioritize spending time at the piano over all the other things that they have to do in their lives. Now, a quick note about the back. This is the do's and don'ts. So let me just give you a couple of these, and then you can download this with the link underneath in the description to find out about the rest of them. But my first don't open a method book on lesson 1. Even an adult method book, just don't do it. You can do so many more musical things with people than opening a method book in lesson 1. And if you are interested in my approach to beginners, and I do teach a framework I call No Book Beginners, we'll pop a link now that you can click, and a link in the description as well to my No Book Beginners approach. While that's suited for children, the concepts are universal for students of all ages. Don't start with a method book, leave the reading. It's not important in those first few lessons. Don't worry about technique getting started. And my third don't, just to finish with today, don't use any printed resources that are designed for children. Adults can really see through this very quickly. While some of them will go, oh, that's kind of cute, there's childish pictures on my book, it won't really encourage them to be motivated to continue with that book, particularly when they already know that on YouTube there are 5-year-old kids playing Chopin concertos and, did Chopin write concertos? Chopin scherzos, you get the idea, okay? So don't make it any more obvious than possible. Do be positive, do make a connection, let them play piano as quickly as possible in the lesson, don't talk too much at the start, and give them a quick win. So important. So I hope that was helpful. When you're teaching adults or teenage beginners, it is a really different approach to teaching a young child under the age of 12. So go and grab this, the link's below, and let me know if you've got any questions or comments about your experience teaching adults or being an adult student yourself. Have you subscribed to this YouTube channel yet? If not, make sure you click the link on this page to do so. And while you're about it, make sure you check out our other links to other videos and also to my blog, where I've got lots and lots of great articles and videos and teaching manuals and lesson plans to help you in your teaching studio. Have fun.